So when it comes to video game sequels, specifically ones that are trying to take what came before that a lot of people liked and add upon it, you see games like Assassin's Creed 2 and of course Mass Effect 2, which greatly improved just about everything. Now we're going to talk about how Marvel's Spider-Man is apparently going to up the ante with a bunch of big name villains. So somehow the video game industry has managed to actually keep itself more secret than films. So as always, a lot of stuff is rumors that can get removed during development, even at like the 11th hour. Now again, we can kind of assume, just due to things that happen in Marvel Spider-Man in the first game, that there are certain things that are more or less a guarantee. Now we're going to talk about some of the details that are out there according to leakers of what exactly we're going to be seeing when it comes to villains. And they say that yes, 100% Venom will be sort of the second star in the game. You know, like this is going to be a big Venom story, putting the focus on their version of Venom, which is obviously not Eddie Brock, although Eddie Brock will be in this, and I'm going to assume maybe he'll take on a symbiote at some point. But of course, it's Harry Osborn. Now, that's not the only thing. Apparently, Carnage is going to play a big factor in this, and Carnage is actually a result of some sort of cloning that is actually happening at Oscorp. Now, who knows how this is going to go? My assumption would be they're trying to maybe clone Spider-Man's DNA or something along those lines, mixing it with the Venom symbiote, and Carnage is sort of a super violent result. Again, it would kind of make sense if they go in a different direction because, again, that's what they're doing with this franchise. And on top of Venom and Carnage, apparently Mysterio is going to be another villain we see in this that's kind of more prominent than just a I guess a quick throwaway, like, you know, one of those quick encounter ones, which would kind of be cool. You know, I'm assuming that we're not going to get like the Sinister Six or something like that again, that it's going to be more of a focused video game that kind of has this overarching longer story that kind of ties everything together. That's not just the villains coming together to stop Spider-Man. So again, this would sort of work if Mysterio is one of these, because he can play all sorts of illusions and tricks with Spider-Man, and since the story is obviously going to be dealing with the fallout of the first game, Spider-Man, Peter Parker more likely being very depressed about Aunt May, that could make for some very cool Mysterio sequences to really get down, you know, into the heart and emotion of Peter. Sort of like when Spidey is, you know, kind of at his lowest, if you relate that to the likes of Batman, let's say in the Arkham games, where Batman has that fear toxin in him in Arkham Asylum, and then he starts seeing dead, you know, members of his team. Again, this would kind of be cool, and it makes sense. So yeah, these three villains honestly sound like a great mix-up.